Hi, cities. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Simnaya. And thank you all so much for the love and support. Hope you all are great. So I came across this video of a Puerto Rican woman who actually broke down in tears over what, the stories that has been flying around about them and all that. I mean, she is also calling her own people to do the needful. And I am going to say this, majority of the times when Black people are trying to talk to you people, they think Black people are just like, selfish people that do not want the best or the interest of other people at heart. But in the end, I don't know how the same people that have been telling you something that you end up ignoring and come back in the end to notice that what they say is true. I don't know why you will not always listen to them. But then I hope that video she made reaches her own community in good condition, because majority of them need to be sanitized, need to be, they need to understand some of the things they are doing, the implications and all that. Some of the videos that I saw today, I saw some of them like marching, trashing some of their t-shirts and the accessories of the other person that they have, saying that it is done. Some people are saying this is a joke, but I hope people make joke or feel like this, because this is not joke. Jokes are supposed to be funny, right? Entertaining and all that. But this particular one is not what they call joke. This is absolutely clearly racist, rants that they went straight up on people. Let's get into this.
I've already had a few people tag me in the videos of the comedian today at the Trump rally insulting Puerto Rico, or what they felt like was an insult.
It definitely was a fucking insult. You can't see it? You really can't see it? Welcome to another edition of Clout for the Haters. Let's fucking get it.
Clout for the haters. Bam, bam.
As a Puerto Rican American myself, my dad grew up in Puerto Rico.
My dad grew up in Puerto Rico. Fantastic. Congratulations. What do you want? A goddamn polvorón cookie? What the fuck is this shit about Puerto Rican American? All Puerto Ricans are American. Whether you're born in the island or in any of the United States. Some weird ass shit.
I was not insulted by this in the very least. Number one, this guy is a comedian.
Of course you're not fucking insulted, because you want to look good in front of Masa. You want to keep Masa happy. And you all keep repeating the same stupid shit. He's a comedian. It wasn't fucking funny and there was no punchline. There was no fucking joke. It's just pure insults, which you as a pygmy are obviously more than willing to take for that acceptance of the white little jacket.
Number two, the clip that they don't show you from right before that is him joking with Latino Americans about a bunch of stuff in our culture.
Oh yeah, we are all aware that he insulted a lot more people, not only Puerto Ricans. He really took the time to fucking insult everybody. We got it.
And if you know anything about a Latino American or Hispanic American, we are our worst critics. We harass and make fun of each other.
Yeah, us Latinos as a community, we can do that to each other because we're part of the same culture and heritage and ethnicity. White people can't do it. You can't allow them to come in our spaces and insult us. You ever seen fucking white people saying the N-word and get away with it? There's a reason why they can't. Gran poder.
He's talking about the island of Puerto Rico, which has a massive pollution problem. Tons of trash washes up on this beach every single day, and it looks like a landfill.
You Latinos for Trump will believe anything Fox News tells you. It's fucking embarrassing. Oh yeah, look at that. El Vertedero de Cabo Rojo. That's the landfill of Buye. Horrific sight. And that one right there, the landfill of Crashbow. Those poor fucking fish must be suffering. And the worst one of all, Playa Flamenco in Culebra. Look at that fucking disaster. That cesspool of pure garbage. That water must be nasty.
And definitely don't come after us Puerto Rican Americans, because we ain't here for your guys' bullshit. New York City is turning red. Trump will be the next president of the United States, and you guys are gonna have to learn how to live with it.
We're definitely coming after you Latino Trumpers because you're all an embarrassment. Your president is definitely not gonna fucking win again. You can go and fight your little insurrection again, but be careful you don't get caught, because just like Enrique Tario, your Puerto Rican American ass is gonna get more years than your Flower Ranger counterparts that are gonna be showing up with you. Que tenga buen día.
That it shouldn't have been said, but it was said at the Trump convention. Here's my 2 cents. It was a fucking joke. I don't care. People are entitled to say whatever the fuck they want to.
I told you that the Puerto Rican pygmies were gonna come out to support the masa. That bus is never late. Didn't I fucking call it? Let's do one, because I know I haven't done one for a while. You're gonna enjoy it.
Clout for the haters. Bam, bam.
The opinion of one man, whether that was his opinion, it's a joke, I don't care.
We know you don't care about your own people. You stated that. But listen, he wasn't the only fucking problem. It was also the 19,000 people that support Trump, just like you, that were laughing in your face, making fun of Puerto Rican, calling us garbage. Register that one. And you luminaries keep repeating that it was a joke. It was not a fucking joke. There's comedic elements to jokes. You don't punch down at minorities at a political rally for shits and giggles. It wasn't even fucking funny. So stop it with this "it was a joke" bullshit.
The thing is, yes, it is not something you want to hear as a Puerto Rican, but if you have your self-esteem high and you understand who you are as a Puerto Rican, as a human being, people can say whatever the fuck they want to and it shouldn't bother you.
Part of having self-esteem is having self-respect. And if you don't stand for yourself against people that are making disparaging jokes and saying racist comments in front of everybody, and you just stand there and take it like a champ and smile and still support them, then you respect nothing. Not yourself, not the people, not the island, nothing. Because if you stand for nothing, you value nothing. And you, my friend, have zero respect for yourself. That's why it doesn't affect you.
Now, for all these people that are all upset, telling me, oh, like being all mad about it. Well, I have a challenge for you. What about start thinking about what have you done for Puerto Rico during when the hurricane goes?
In typical Trump supporter fashion, way to fucking deflect. How is this victim blaming bullshit landing on us now? Why are we responsible for racist behavior from other people that don't give a shit about the island? So now we're the fucking problem. This is the problem with Stockholm Syndrome and indoctrination, because white supremacy will always teach you that you are the fucking problem, that you cannot get ahead, that you are not successful, that you are not enough because it's your fault and not their fault. Meanwhile, 95% of what's happening on Puerto Rico, it's the fault of the United States government and its colonization in the island. And if you're not smart enough to know this, you need to get back to fucking school and read some books. Ugh. Que tenga buen día.
I know many people won't see this video because I don't have a lot of followers, and that's okay because I don't do TikTok for following. I literally do it just to have a good time. I am a Puerto Rican, and I saw the jokes that were made yesterday about our culture, our island, and other minorities, as the world likes to call us, minorities. Although this country is made up of mostly Hispanics and people from other countries, because America is North, Central, Latin, and South America. Let's not forget that. And the majority are Hispanic Latinos. I just watched a video of a woman who chose to come on and tell us to not get our panties in a bunch and to relax because it's a joke. I understand that jokes can be making fun of other people because I love comedy shows. But when I choose to go to a comedy show, I know that most likely races, people, whatever you are, will most likely get made fun of. And I understand that. But this wasn't a comedy show. This was a political rally. This is a place where you bring what you really want to highlight in what you can do for this country and these people. And you highlight that so that we will either know that we want to vote for you or know that we don't want to vote for you, regardless of the other party. This man chose to make fun of people, an island that brings so much money to this mainland country. You chose to put us down at a rally. This was not a comedy show. I don't want to get ugly and I don't want to do tit for tat. But I am amazed that you as a Puerto Rican are still choosing to support a man who does not care about you. I don't care about the policies that either party can bring to the table and what they can do. At this point, it is your character that speaks for you. It is how you speak of others. I typically do not let these things get me because it's social media. Social media is just a joke. It's a way to just entertain yourself. But this one hit hard. We are the most loving, forgiving, kind, welcoming people in the world. And for you to support somebody who would make fun of that, I hope you're open to being made fun of out in public, and don't sit there and say that was offensive or I'm hurt. Because if you're choosing to support somebody who does that, then don't go crying when this fun is being made of you personally, just you as a person. Good luck to all of you who choose that path. It's so sad. You all keep saying we have to come together, make America great again. I'd like to know when America was ever great. And you know what? You should change that. Why don't you make the United States great again? Because when you say America, you're incorporating a lot of people. And some of us are really embarrassed to even be a part of this country. Because you say America. Being from Puerto Rico, I am American. But this is embarrassing. That's all I have to say.
Do you want to know the people that are mostly offended by this comment? Non-Puerto Ricans, people who don't live there, and people who have never been there before in their lives. Liberals. Liberals are so desperate right now that they want this to be the next major headline when 1, Trump didn't say it, 2, the man was a comedian, but 3, you know why? Because it brings fucking attention to the last 3.5, almost 4 years that Kamala Harris was in office and did nothing to help the people of Puerto Rico. What this did is it shined light on the issues in Puerto Rico, okay? There is so much pollution there washed up on these beaches, and the people of Puerto Rico are miserable and they can't get any help from this administration. So yeah, was it an insensitive comment? And people are saying that this is a political rally, it's not a comedy show, the same way that a political rally shouldn't be a concert, the same way that a political rally shouldn't mock Christianity and mock people, the same way that Kamala Harris shouldn't use it as her own comedy routine by coming up with a new accent every single time she's in a new city. Stay awake and stay vigilant, people, okay? The Puerto Rican people, at least my people and the people that I know, we're not insulted by this fucking bullshit. It brought light to Puerto Rico, to the island where it needs help. And now they have to do something about it. Let's see what they're moving. Let's have a real conversation why everyone's upset about the Puerto Rico comment last night by Tony the comedian at the MAGA rally. And instead, what everyone should really be upset, which is the real pandering by the left. And when I say everyone, I should mean Latinos today. You should be upset by the pandering that's taking place by the left. You see, what he did is he brought out an issue that's a real issue in Puerto Rico. The amount of trash that's washed up on that ocean is absolutely disgusting. It looks like a landfill. And the fun part about comedy is sometimes it can be true, or else there'd be nothing to make fun of. So if you were offended, why don't you ask yourself, is it actually true? And why has the current administration done nothing to help with it? But let me get back to my first statement, right on what you should really be upset about. This right here is coming to Phoenix this week. And if you know nothing about this group, they weren't even born in the United States. So Kamala Harris is pandering to Latino Americans. She's pandering to Black Americans by bringing Beyonce out, Kelly Rowland, Usher, Lizzo, and all these people. And now she thinks she's going to come to Phoenix on the same day Donald Trump will be here as well, too, with these guys. Now, if you like this group, which I do and my husband does, we both listen to them. She claims that they're holding a concert, but she also said the same thing about Beyonce. So I'd go. Get yourself a free concert out of it. But stay awake, because this right here, this is pandering to the Latino community. And she's expecting you to fall for it.
I don't think anybody has ever seen anything like what happened the other night at Madison Square Garden. The love the love in that room, it was breathtaking, and you could have filled it many, many times with the people that were unable to get in. But politicians that have been doing this for a long time, 30 and 40 years, said there's never been an event so beautiful. It was like a love fest, an absolute love fest, and it was my honor to be involved. And hopefully, you know, they started to say, well, in 1939, the Nazis used Madison Square Garden. Well, and you know what? But can you imagine it? 1939, the Nazis, they would. But how terrible to say, right? Because, you know, they've used Madison Square Garden many times. Many people have used it, but nobody's ever had a crowd like that. And I tell you what, right now, nobody's ever had love like that. That was love in the room, and it was love for our country. It was really love for our country. What happened the other night at Madison Square Garden, the love...
Trump called January 6, 2021 a love fest. Just recently. He called that bullshit that happened at Madison Square Garden the other night a love fest. What exactly does he love? The violence? The blatant racism, xenophobia, anti-Semitism, homophobia, you know, is that what he loves? The sexism? You ever notice the things that man says are love fest always equal some level of white angst? Let's just say the most offensive shit, do the most offensive shit, all in the name of love. People shit on the floor and smeared it on the walls. And he called that a love fest. People were trampled to death. One of the people that came up to protest on January 6th was trampled to death. But it was a love fest. A man sat in Madison Square Garden in New York City, home to the largest population of Puerto Ricans, and literally said, there's an island of garbage floating in the ocean. You might know it as Puerto Rico. But this was a love fest. Love fest. How do you trust someone that can't call shit for what the fuck it is? To him, it was all about crowd size. Both times. Both times. For going on 4 years, going on 4 years, this man has tried to lawyer up and call January 6th everything except what the fuck it truly was, which is an insurrection. An attempt by his own mouth-breathing cult to stop the certification of his replacement. And now he is calling what basically amounts to a Klan rally featuring the Nazi a love fest. Do you notice that? I can't be the only one that notices that. Because to him it's about crowd size. Let me help you all understand something. If your presidential candidate only gives a fuck about crowd size, then he shouldn't be president of anything. He shouldn't be the president of your HOA. This man is deranged. He is falling apart as we speak. The fact that none of his followers can see that is concerning. I'll be the first person to say that, but more concerning than that is this. They believe that shit. They believe he is a good candidate. Madison Square Garden the other night was a love fest. January 6, 2021 was a love fest. In the immortal words of Joe Budden, I swear if this is love, I'm good.
So I just wanted to come out real quick and talk a little bit about the floating island of garbage called Puerto Rico situation. And look, normally I don't like getting into politics because it divides so many people, but this shit's kind of hard to ignore. To me, personally, it has nothing to do with voting for Trump, voting for Kamala. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion on their presidential candidate, correct? The problem for me is, si tú dices ser puertorriqueño or ser boricua, and you don't find disrespectful what that comedian said, I don't care if it was a joke, I don't care. It was disrespectful, and there's a time and a place for everything. All right, you're not at a stand-up comedy show. You're at Madison Square Garden in New York with millions of Puerto Ricans there, all right, at a presidential campaign on...
So this is all I got from this video. And first of all, I am going to, sometimes we really need to deconstruct, and some minority groups. I don't know how to say it, but please do not get me wrong when I say minority groups, like, people of color. I think that is the right word to use. Really need to deconstruct, because majority of them also have a lot of, backbiting there. I don't want to use one word, but like, among ourselves, because this is something we've been trying so hard to let them know. We've been calling everybody's attention. We've been telling them. I mean, not like Black people have not been screaming it. They've been screaming it. They've been saying it. The fact that a lot of them actually came out here to say that, they don't care if anything happens to their brothers or sisters, especially the ones that are not legal, like in the country. Because there was an interview that I brought. One actually said that she has siblings and that cousins also that are not legal, but she doesn't care if they go back home because her mind is already made up, to to do what she wants to do. Man, that really got me, because I really don't know the level of, I think it's just ignorance. I don't know, or stupidity, because how can you be that ignorant that, I mean, your family probably that are struggling because of one thing, and you actually can help them out through just one means or something, by probably voting the right person to like help them stay and the rest of it. And I don't know why somebody would say or do something like that, but man, some people are just, they are whoever they say they are, and that is it. So I hope this message is also being passed across your own community. I mean, I hope they get to see it, because majority of them act like, they are alive. I don't know if it's not understanding what it's like. I mean, politics and all that. But I think you can, no matter how, I don't know how the right word to use. I don't want to offend anybody. But what I'm trying to say is that sometimes your initiative is just all you need. You don't need a lot. But some people, it looks like that initiative is not even with them at all. They probably lost it somewhere, and they are also looking for somebody to help them out and all that. But man, you all really have to know what you're supposed to do the right thing. Why? Because I mean, majority of you are going to go through it, and it doesn't. I mean, like, I wouldn't want to go through any phase that will kind of phase you out, or give you that stress, or put you so much down, or keep your family probably separated from the other one for a longer time, just because of a tiny mistake that you and your family made and all that. You can also help other people without even knowing them. So I hope this message is being passed across your own community, because majority of them will come out to say it is not in their blood to be loud, right? Because I remember what happened sometime where Black people they were calling Black people to help them speak out. And majority of them were the ones that also voted in Florida, and they know who they voted for. And they were calling Black people to help them speak out. And Black people would say, you people have to sit this one out, because you all are so good at doing this, and then come back to tell us to help you, because it's not in your culture to scream. Really, you have to learn. If it's not in your culture to scream, you have to learn. It's also not in my culture to talk, but you can see that I am learning to talk to people, right? So we have to learn together. Go and learn what you are supposed to do, and make sure you do it. If not, it's gonna cost a lot. And I really hope, because, yeah, did I tell you that I saw so many videos today? A lot of people out there marching, a lot of people tearing their t-shirt, like, getting rid of their t-shirts, their heart and all that, saying that they do not want to even, like, be associated with something like this and all that. But man, it's really amazing how some people can, make. One thing I love about them is that they don't hide themselves. They don't hide the fact that they are racist. I don't know if you understand that. And I also love the fact that they did this thing, that all this, I don't know if it's a mistake or not. I don't think it's a mistake, because I learned that the person, that the comedian, that the jokes that he brought, that they screened them, right, and they removed some, especially the ones they used C word. This is what I heard. I don't even know what the C word is. From the video that I saw, they said that they removed all that part, right, and then left this one for him to, like, say. So they all saw that. And also in the comment section, like the video I posted on Niasim, I saw people saying that he's a comedian, that some people should learn to ignore some certain things. Man, there are some things that shouldn't be ignored, because this is also part of the reasons why some people will vote against their own interest and come back to tell you to help them fix it. Ain't nobody fixing anybody's bullshit this time around. So make sure you get it right yourself before you start looking for where to call somebody. I mean, that's all I have to say. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.